But you've got Swathe constantly protecting.
That's some crazy damage right now from Shock. 1v2, just pure disrespect. Gets the kill on his own. Now looking to flash away from Swathe. Oh no, the lost crit! It's out of range, but it just does not matter. He still gets the kill. Now only on the hunt. As you say, no flash. And now Swathe's invisible, but a blind knock-up from Cupcake secures it. That's a beautiful passage of play. The control ward's there. Hex flash across, following things up. The charm is there. Only she's gone. Lights out as easy as they come. Cupcake forced to disengage away, but now Kiss It becomes the Xin Zhao and chases on through. Finds redemption.
Back mana for Direwolves. For the side of the chase, because you have an Evelynn and a Viego, you can front to back. You would have to use, the Ornn and the Nautilus would have to be there. But primarily, you probably are looking for a pick before the force of the fight. And that's where the range of an Ornn engage can come in, or the flank of an Evelynn invisibility becomes a very big deal.
Oh, the blind hook from Draku. They were waiting for that one. Cupcake flashes on forward, the quickness. Ultimate charms out people, and Zamboni gets knocked away. He falls on down only. Wind becomes lightning, gets himself the second, and out comes the call of the Forge God as Chiefs look to put up a fight and look to turn things around. The counter engage is flawless as they find one. They'll take down two, and it's Kisei that gets the double kill.
I mean, ultimately, there was 2 teleports used from the Chiefs to get to this bottom lane trade to equalize the trade. Cupcake at risk of dying here.
Gonna run away. Now gonna look to try and hide behind the minions. It doesn't matter. Kisei flashes forward to try and hit the stun. But now the TP advantage that you were highlighting is now favoring Direwolf. Shock comes back in, picks up a kill. As the blue buff can look to run these members down. Now Swathe has to be careful. He's being revealed by the vision. And he is looking to try and do the one shot. He hits the ult, but the flash away. And both people survive on 20%. And well, that's as close as it comes.
Control wards. It's of necessity because you're dealing with an Eve, but I think that the contrast is stark.
It is quite stark. That's a 2-man petrifying gaze as they look to try and follow things up here, but it isn't enough as they will draw blood. A 1-for-1 so far, but it favors the Chiefs as they've taken down the mid lane. They've removed the Cassiopeia. They've also taken out Cupcake, and now they're going to try and turn their attention on towards Liv. Direwolves mounting their comeback, but in a 4-man turnaround, and suddenly it's Renekton up against the world. The Dominus is still there. He's burning him down. It's acting like a Sunfire cape, but he needs to sustain to try and do the damage, and they're going to catch out Swathe, and somehow they're turning this one around. The pick that started with Chiefs on the front foot is now being punished by Direwolves on the back foot. And regardless of the W not connecting, the audacious charge is there and only hits a triple kill.
I mean, only comes up huge, but let's not forget about the contributions of Claire in that team fight. So much AoE damage that he just layers down onto them with the Renekton. Slicing, dicing, slashing, Shock at a teleport in here as well. You've got Draku waiting in the wings, but no one to support him to stop this, and a Cassiopeia does it too quick. So Baron goes the way of Direwolves. Overall, again, it is still a pretty large victory going the way of the Wolfpack. But if you consider how we got to this position, I think Chiefs played it exactly how we thought they would, right? They use the Evelynn, they look for the picks, but it's the response from the Bash brothers. There's
strong burst between the two of them. But it's a hypothetical that's still a couple of levels away as Claire once again hits the Dominus and is looking for the 1v2 as that does a whole bunch of AoE damage. They're going to try and regroup up with the rest of the team by the end of the move up. 1Q! And it's a whole bunch of lifesteal combo there with the Gore Drinker. There's just too much sustain for the Chiefs to have to deal with.
Yeah, Direwolves, a big team fight again. Claire just can't be killed. There's not enough damage. And that really is the bigger picture of this game. The Renekton and the Xin Zhao are going to be too clutch a pick for Chiefs to deal with. They wanted the picks, they wanted the snowball, and that is starting to really unravel in front of their own eyes. That felt like a last-ditch effort pick. Claire, they thought he was out of position. Reinforcements were there, and that inhibitor definitely gone. The question is, do they go beyond?
Well, we've seen this happen before. When you have a Ziggs, you look to try and push this one. They still have the Baron. Another 15 seconds. It's going to be tight. They had a cannon there if they wanted to. Risky decision for them to consider, and I think they've made the ultimate call that not long enough to go for this one. We're going to have to completely collapse on towards Liv here, who's gone for that 1v4. The rest of Chiefs still pursuing
Liv
from their base. Now Liv is running away from their team. A 2-man knock-up. There's the Bellows Breath. There's the damage to follow up afterwards. The Brittle Proc isn't enough, and a clean disengage, quote, from the Direwolves.
Yeah, I mean, they just pressure the Ornn until he folds. You have to pick your battle sooner or later, Liv, or you're just going to die. So tries to pick a fight. The rest of the team couldn't catch up by any means in time. I like the idea. I like the killer instinct there from the Chiefs, but Liv didn't have flash, didn't have his ultimate until right now. And that can be said for a lot of the Chiefs there. So they just try and make a play. And again, starting to get the feelings of desperation. And there is no split push win condition this time around, Skimmy. Quite the opposite when your split pusher from last game is now an Ornn looking to team fight in this one. And again, you start this fight onto a Nautilus and an Ornn, you're probably not killing him in any circumstance. Swaith was trying to bait out a bit of health, but only's got a good register on where he is. Even though he goes down for it, the price just so incredibly high.
And it does feel like, you know, the prototypical Chiefs archetype, right? You know, big, strong burst, resets hunting. You're looking for the Viego and the Evelyn to get the ball rolling and then let the fight try and snowball from that. But we're seeing now, in a few fights, difference in positioning and target selection has ultimately allowed Direwolves to stay topped up and healthy and group up and stand strong and true together. And now, 6 turrets to 2. Pieces of the puzzle are slowly starting to come together here. And it may just be with bot lane crashing, the final piece of that puzzle.
The Direwolves looking very good on their way towards playoffs, without a doubt here as well. Looking at how they close this game out. It should be easy for them, but the fight's happening.
Once again, clear the focus. Pull of the Forge God is going to knock him up. Pop the Sterix. Now look at try and follow things up. As Swaith just gets deleted. And then they find a second kill in the Ornn. Lived is gone. It's a triple across the board. And it's that big man and only once again picking up the majority of these kill streaks.
And again, Rakan Ziggs quietly achieving as a nice little duo bot lane also. You've got the, the unkillable top side of the map working with the high damage and engagement on the bot side. That very well could just be game. Baron buff or not, you'd expect the Direwolves to push now.
Well, they crossed the map last time against Order. This time they've TP'd top side. Clear and only up against their old organization, looking to cause the win here. Looking to give Direwolves the 2-1 head-to-head against Chiefs and looking to plant themselves in the third spot in the LCO. Unable to find that first pick just yet as Cupcake seems to be in a bit of trouble. It's a 2-kill. Found it by Kissei, now making it a triple kill as the Nexus is exposed. Clear, one more auto!